Okay, it's Uncle Roddus finally here. This is like my fourth video today, whipping through all of these albums that have come recently. I've got quite a pile here. This is a lot that have come in the mail. I have a fairly generous scheme going through my wholesalers where I buy all my equipment and electrical products for my work, and they give you bonus points and you spend lots of money with them, and so I cashed in that the other day and went shopping online for a bunch of records that I was meaning to do. So as we all know, and there's nothing here that you probably haven't seen before, Sonic Youth have been reissuing a bunch of their records bit by bit over the last couple of years, I suppose. Although they're looking back at their website and their listings on Amazon, they're doing this pretty regular anyway. I ended up going, I picked up Few Fish Pond, although I think I showed one last week or two and it didn't turn up in particularly good condition, pretty poorly packaged. With the Brexit thing happening and the British pound dropped considerably against the New Zealand dollar, enough that it actually made it worthwhile shopping back on Amazon again in the UK, and the postage from there is just really good. It's the best, I think, in the world. I mean, I can get stuff sent here for like about $8 per record, which is far better than the $20 to $30 per record I'm paying from Europe, or the $30 from the States almost. So that's really good. So I'll quickly whip through these in no particular order. Basically, I turned up from my shopping expedition in Christchurch when I was picking up those other vinyls that I showed in my other videos after cashing the scrap, and a bunch of these were sitting on the doorstep. So this is the first, this is one of them. So this is their third album, I think, from, I don't know, 1984, somewhere around there. So I actually hadn't heard this one before. I played it this morning. It needs closer attention. I wouldn't say it's one of their better ones. Then this one here is actually a 2006 reissue of the first album they put out. This is on Goofin Records. This is Goo 808 from 2006, as I said. This is a double LP, so basically they've got the first album on the first record, which is really short record. Basically there's only 5 tracks, and I checked on Discogs and that's exactly what the first one was. So we've only got like 9 to 12 minutes on the first side and just over 10, well, about 11 minutes on the next side. So that's the first album. I had to listen to that last night. I'm really quite impressed with that. It was very New York. I mean, the bass and percussion sounds that they were getting was, not dissimilar to some of the other stuff I've heard from New York about that time. I think it had a touch of what was that band? Contortions, were they from New York? No, there was a bit of a sound going on there, that alternate sound. The live stuff I haven't had a decent listen to yet. I did have a listen to it. I mean, it's a bit pretty lo-fi, of course, but yeah, side C and D is early lives from 1981, and then there's an early studio track from 1981, which is Where the Red Fern Grows, which is also on the live one. Not sure where they were recorded. Hang on, it does tell you here. Recorded on cassette. I wonder if that's, I think I did check out this. I think that live stuff was on, there's a very rare live cassette that was issued, I've seen on their discography, which was issued around about early 80s, and that's maybe the stuff off that cassette, which is really hard to get into. And then so from one end to the other we skipped right to the later period, and I've got this one here. So this is Sonic Youth Records. When was this released? 2010? Not quite sure. That's but anyway, that's Sonic Youth Records number 9, as you see up in the top corner. So they did a bunch of EPs and other things that they haven't had a listen to that yet. And then this one here, which is the latest thing. I mean, Sonic Youth have split up, I think, haven't they? Probably not any new music coming out from them, but this is also on Goofin Records. This is 021. 2014. So got that one. That's since 2014. I thought this was actually a brand new release. I don't know. There seems to be so many versions of these records. It's unbelievable to kind of keep up. But so I'm not sure. And I also got last week. I don't know if I've showed this on a video before, but this one turned up. So this is one I got through Fish Pond. So this turned up. I probably have showed it. I think it turned up at the same time as the Daydream Nation one. So yeah. And then I got Washing Machine. I think I've already showed that. And I've also got a couple more in the post which haven't arrived yet, which are taking quite a while to get here. Now, also in my last video I did a couple of weeks ago, I showed a Swans album. So I got online with that extra money I had and decided to pick up all of the Swans albums that had been released so recently. So they got back together, or Michael Gyra reborn the Swans per se in 2010, and they've released 4 albums since that time. The last one apparently being this year, being the last one they're going to do. And I also picked up a couple of earlier albums. So just whip through these in no order. Now this one, I don't know what this one's called. What is it called? Can't find the name, but I have to look on the spine. My Father Will Guide Me Up a Rope to the Sky. That's what that one is. So I think this was the second release they did after they got back together. I can see a date on the bottom of it, which I guess, I know, 2010. Maybe this was the first one they did. Okay. And then going back a little bit earlier is this release here, Love of Life. Haven't listened to it yet. And then going back, I think even further now, I think I used to have a copy of this on CD from my memory. I think I have. This is a double album. I mean, these are actually quite good value. They're double. That one's just a single. That one's a single. This is a double. I don't know when this was released now. I mean, this is probably a reissue, I think. Anyway, White Light from the Mouth of Infinity. I'm pretty sure that was the one I had a copy of. Wasn't that the one that came out not long after Children of God, or the next one up? I don't know. Can't remember. And then the Seer. Is it the Seer? Is that not the right way? Yes, it is. So this is 2012, I think. Yes, 2012. So this, I think, is a bloody triple album too. It really is. It's a really massively big album. So that's a triple. I'm not even going to take it out of its thing. And then the last one, again, this is also a triple. I mean, these are good value for money, to be honest. This is the Glowing Man 3LP. The Glowing Man. This is a very similar cover to the other one which I showed, which I'm really enjoying from the last couple of videos back. So that got here quite quickly, and these are taken back. So they were all on my doorstep one day when I got home from work. Wasn't that cool? So yep, Swans and Sonic Youth. So you know, I'm broke. I always say that. So this is the 4th video I've done today, and they're not probably all going to get posted all at once, but they'll all get up there eventually. So thank you for watching again, and I still have some stuff in the mail, and depending on work and funds, there are some things that I really would like to get my hands on before they disappear. And of course, Sonic Youth, I've got 3 more albums, reissues practically on the shops now, which I'd like to get my hands on, but might have to wait a bit longer for that. Anyway, see you again soon. Thank you for watching.